Hello guys, this is Julia and I have the honor of being a guest designer at Virginia's View. Yes, the Virginia's View. That was my reaction to. It was like, holy whatever. Um, so after I had, calmed down, I started to create my cards. And the topic is geometrical patterns. Now this doesn't look very geometrical, I know. This is just watercolor cardstock that I've wet, and now I'm smooshing out some watercolor to create a very light wash on top of the card, and then adding a little bit more color for more intense spots. And I'll be coming back after I've added my color with a very watery brush to smooth this out a little bit so it looks a little bit more washed out and random. And I'll be repeating this for the other two colors as well. I know it's not very geometric, just bear with me, you'll see in a moment. I'm using the fanciful feathers from W+9, the dies, and I die cut these shapes from the cardstock. And now I'm using a fine liner. This is a Copic multiliner, simply to doodle a pattern onto this that is geometrical. I looked this up, literally I googled what exact geometrical patterns are. So, and then I looked at them and I was like, hey, I can do this myself. I like to do Zentangling and doodling and whatever, so I can try to do this myself. Of course, it doesn't look completely perfect and symmetrical, but hey, it's handmade, right? And you can see that it's not difficult to create any patterns. I just did some loops, then loops within loops, and this is just like, well, my attempt at straight lines. They're more squiggly than straight, but you get the point, right? So this is not difficult. You can do this yourself, and like nobody is going to grade you on how perfect it is. Just do whatever feels right to you. You can see I'm adding some dots here simply for some accents. Now I'm just doing some crisscrossing lines here, and then I'm drawing in another pattern. You can see it's fairly easy, simply repeating the same pattern over and over. And if it doesn't look completely perfect, that's completely okay as well. It's a card. It's a fun thing. Here I'm doing something else. I'm having the circles, and then I'm creating just patterns by putting more circles onto the feather and connecting them with a squiggly line. No science to it, no rhyme or reason, simply doing whatever feels best. And then I thought, you know what, I need some real, geometrical patterns. So I'm grabbing this stencil from my favorite things and some white pigment ink, and I'm smooshing this down onto brown cardstock because, of course, you need the dark cardstock for the white ink to show up, or you need, white ink to show up on the brown cardstock. This is how it looked like when I was done. Then I positioned my feathers where they were going to go, and also my sentiment, and I wanted to stamp the sentiment in white. So I'm placing this on my We Are Memory Keepers letterpress that I'm using as a stamp positioner, so I can stamp the sentiment into the very same spot multiple times. And you can see it's absolutely perfect. It's exactly in the right spot. After this had dried, I am using this tool here to punch a few holes into my card. And then I'm putting some twine through this, and you can see the end result. I have this frame that I created with the twine. I put foam tape on the back of my feathers. By the way, I just put a bow on the inside for the twine. I put some foam tape on the back side here of the feathers to 3D mount them, and then I'm using my glossy accents with this wonderful fine tip applicator that a viewer from Great Britain has sent me. Thank you, Julie. And it's working great, and I can just squeeze out a tiny drop of glossy accents to put behind these pearls that I'm adhering here just for some additional accents. And you can see you have a rectangle in there, you have the background pattern, and you have the pattern on the feathers. I couldn't give you more geometrical patterns on one card. I really tried. I hope you liked the card. Leave me a comment if you have anything to say about this. I love to hear from you, and see you again soon. Bye!